Welcome back to Morning Break and today's first ever Good Biz with Liz segment with business and branding expert Liz Goodgold. This segment is for all of those entrepreneurs and aspiring entrepreneurs out there who maybe don't know where to start, where to go next, or how to make the most of their business. So we are going to start with the people who have an idea they want to get off the ground. You know, they always say a great business starts with a great idea. Let's say you have that idea. Now what? That's the big question.
It is, and you have to harness your superpower. So if people have said about you, you are the queen of marketing, you are the king of accounting, you are the get it done guy, now you know that's the foundation upon which you launch that business.
Okay.
That's part of your DNA, and now you have permission to go ahead and be an entrepreneur.
Okay, so let's say you already have a job and you want to take the leap into maybe starting your own business. You want to run it yourself, you want to be your own boss, but you're nervous about kind of taking that leap because there's a lot of stability in working for somebody else. What are some things that you recommend having in place before you go out on your own?
It's great if you actually understand who your target is and who your target isn't. So you can't start a business as a chiropractor saying my target market is anyone with a back.
Yeah.
Right? What you can say is I am a chiropractor who targets people in pain, and I don't do fluff and buff. And as you're starting that business, it's really great if you have 2 or 3 clients so you know you have my favorite revenue coming in from the get-go, and that gives you a little bit of cushion. Savings, that helps a little bit too. But if you have a business model, you're working upon your passion, and it's a perfect way to start.
Yeah, so then once you kind of have the business model, you're working on it, and you start shopping around ideas for the name. The name can make or break a business in a lot of ways. If it's too complicated, if people can't remember it, I mean, what good is it? So it's kind of all in a name, right?
It is. It's that great foundation, and you also want to make sure that you marry the selling proposition with your unique target, or what is your unique point of difference. So you can start a business, let's say, called Startup NV, right? One of the great not-for-profits here in the state. They serve the state, and it's descriptive, but it works for that business.
Yeah.
You can also be Corrine the Book Queen because it's descriptive, but it's also unique. So you want to make sure what you don't do is commit what we call genericide. So genericide are names like strategic business consulting, strategic marketers, all of those sort of, theoffice.com. These are sort of very generic, and it's hard to stand out.
Right.
But probably when it comes to a name, I want you to also think about 2 great resources.
Okay.
The first one is the United States Patent and Trademark Office.
Okay.
USPTO.gov. It's a free resource that allows you to check who else has trademarked the name that you might want to use. Because you want to make sure that you don't have McDonald's suing you if you come up with the brand name McWellness. They have more money than we do.
They will win.
They will always win. And then the second, of course, is to really look at the domains to do your due diligence. So any of the registries will work. Besides the .com, you can also look at the .io, the .watch, the .health, the .cpa. These are all what's called new top-level domains, and they might work for you if you're not able to secure that .com.
Interesting. I didn't even know that there were more besides the typical .com, .org, .gov, .edu and stuff.
It is, and probably the last caution that I would add, Katie, is that you might not want to name the business after yourself.
Okay, interesting. Why not?
So if you're John Smith and Associates, the issue is really twofold. One is that if you don't have any associates, it might not be very authentic, right? You're a little bit cheating here.
Yeah.
And then the second reason is it really limits your opportunity to sell or expand your business. If you're John Smith, you only want to deal with John Smith, and then you can't sell the business called John Smith.
Interesting. Okay, so good to know. The other thing that we want to let people know is that there are a lot of paperwork they have to file. There's a lot of licenses they may need to get. Where can people go to find out exactly what they need to check off their to-do list?
Yep, nvsilverflume.gov.
That's simple.
That simple. Nevada has done a great job of simplifying paperwork for us and literally step by step follow it so that you really abide by all the regulations in our state.
Okay, super simple, and I'll make sure that website is on our website as well at the end of the show. The last thing is you talk about having a POD. What is that?
That is the point of difference. What do you do better or different than anybody else?
Oh, I love that.
So what you can't be is, oh, I'm so great because I'm cheaper than anybody else. Well, being the Walmart of your business is not a very good idea.
Yeah.
Instead, you want to say, I have this unique superpower, and it's because I look at things in 10 ways, or I develop names and I make sure that I do all of the translations so it doesn't say
Interesting.
terrible. You want to make sure, oh, I do graphics with AI. That is a unique point of difference, and that's very important.
I love it, and we are just kind of scratching the surface. There are a wealth of topics we're going to cover every single month with Good Biz with Liz, and so if you guys actually have any questions for Liz, I have my email address there on the screen. You can email me. You can also find my email address on our website, and I will collect all of those questions. I'll run them by Liz. We'll craft some segment ideas with your questions in mind so that we really get to cater towards you and your needs. I mean, Reno and Nevada really is such a great state for starting businesses, and you mentioned it, like they make it really easy because they want you to succeed, and you're going to help us do that.
Definitely.
All right, thank you, Liz, so much for being here. We really appreciate it. All right, thank you guys for watching. We'll be right back.